Greetings all. Beautiful day today. Nice, beautiful clouds just drifting across. Blue sky, sunny, cool breeze. Very relaxing. I hope this video doesn't cause how would I put it, issue. Make it easy, issue. Because a lot of us are making changes to our lives without considering the environment that we live in. And that's one of the things that I kind of like try to focus on in the videos, how the environment is changing and how it's going to affect us. Why we got to pay attention to it. Because they always say Africa plays an outsized role in the world, even though it might appear differently. It gives the appearance as though Africa is this unwanted place that not even the leaders of Africa care about. Africans in general, they all jumping on the first boat out, even though they're dying in record numbers. We from the diaspora seeing Africa as better. We've been seeing that for, that's how the Pan-African movements got started. With people who saw that, you know what, we have to get Africa in a position where it's competing against and not being pushed around by the colonial powers. We live in a world where agendas govern our lives. Being in the diaspora allows us to see a lot of what goes on in the West, how it's planned, how it's directed, and who gets affected by it. But we don't see Africa because they don't allow news out of Africa. We don't see how it affects Africa. They only tell us that, well, the African is starving. Leaders can't lead, which is true, because they're busy following the money, you know? When you get a group of people who are gonna go leave their homes, pay millions of dollars to rent an airplane and fly to London or Italy, and get on a bus to go to a woman's funeral. Isn't that embarrassing? So, of course, people are gonna look at you as though you can't leave. But we are coming into this environment and we have our own agenda, we as diasporans. We bring our agenda to Africa. And some of the ones that I've seen, even myself, a safe environment for ourselves and other family members that come to Africa with us to relax and enjoy our lives, get away from, when you leave home in the morning in America or England, you worry about, man, what fool am I gonna meet today that decide he wanna shoot me, because, some foolishness. And when I say fool, I'm talking about the police now. The other fools are our children. Make friends with the people in our new home. That's one of the things we come to do. We come to, you know what, I'm coming to Africa, gonna make new friends, gonna do this new, gonna do that. Stay healthy or become more healthy, because the environment you're in is affecting your mind, your body. You're working 16 hours a day. That's gonna have a toll on your body. The stress on your mind, the food, shelters, costs is going up. That's gonna affect your mind. So you come and you say, well, I'm gonna build a house or a business. I'm gonna do something that help me stay busy while I'm enjoying my life in retirement or, whatever. Well, actually retirement, because if you have enough money to come to Africa, you should be making plans that you're working, but you're kind of retired. Because life, if you're gonna work as hard as you are working in America for less than what you make in America, and you want to give your children a better opportunity to succeed, because where you are, for instance, the school, you got teachers that you're in a school with 99% black kids, and the teachers can't teach. Kids coming to school that rude, obnoxious behavior, they bring it from home. So your children get a better opportunity to succeed in life. That's what you want. That's your agenda. This is only a few. Everybody's got plenty, many of them. However, many forget that the environment that they moved into is also not conducive to them. A more stronger word, we would call it a corrupt environment, because you can see what's being done to African children, not being educated properly, and as soon as they grow into 18, the mistreatment makes them want to leave the country. 60 plus years Africa's been independent countries. And this time wasn't used by the leadership to improve the lives of their citizens. Their lives improved because if they got ill, they got on an airplane, went to Europe. Or go to Europe, I should say, go. Them and their family. When their people get ill, their countrymen get ill, there are no hospitals to go to. So most of the times they die. So you see this huge age gap. I mean, You might go a week without seeing an elderly person in some places of Africa. If you're in the village, yeah, you pass by, you walk down the village road, you see elderly person sitting on the veranda. But nowhere else. You see these little kids. You might pass through a village, you see 100 little kids. Women, 20, 30, 40 years old, and a few men around the same age. The level of poverty that you're going to meet has increased from the day they become independent up until today. No, and you find that the young Africans, as soon as they can get just a little bit of money, they might sell their family land to jump on a boat, cross the Mediterranean to Italy or France, Germany, put themselves in slavery. The women put themselves into prostitution so they can send back billions of dollars, euros, pounds, krona back to Africa. Being the diaspora, whether we left Africa some time ago or our parents were enslaved and we are coming back to Africa. Don't see most of the conditions that we're going to meet before we arrive. And those people that we meet in Africa also have an agenda. Survive at all costs, however they can. That's something that the leadership has, how would I say? I can't even say encouraged because they don't preach it openly, but that's what happens. No food. Africa doesn't grow enough food to feed its people. No health care, no roads, education, electricity that goes out from an hour a day to 24 hours. In some places, most places throughout Africa don't even have electricity. Outside the big cities, nothing. Like I said, the agenda that you will meet there is going to clash with your agenda, is that they have to survive with less than you have. And you will come into a country and somebody will meet you and they'll smile. And you'll say, oh, that person's a nice person. They smile at me. Not accustomed to anybody smiling at me in America or in England. They have an agenda and you are not paying attention. You assume that they are happy and you tell people, well, Africans are so happy, they're always smiling. Is that right? And you might pull out a few pounds or a couple of dollars and give to someone thinking, you want to heal your conscience. because you're saying, well, I have so much that I can give. But the day that you don't give and that smile disappear, you're wondering what happened. You're not paying attention. Because you are looking at the smile in a different way than it really is. For that person is a transaction. They're smiling with the expectation that you're going to be either, in some cases, a fool, and in other cases, someone who's going to give them a few dollars or a few pounds or whatever the case might be, that they can survive on till the next day. And I've witnessed it over and over where if I don't give, the smile evaporates right in front of my face. And in some cases, insults come. Some cases I've been told, you are supposed to support me. I go out to buy something and I say, the price is too much now. You don't charge a fellow African that. I said, but you have the money to pay. I have what? You have the money to pay. You are supposed to support us. That's the time that I walk away, because I don't want to say something that I shouldn't. Occasionally, when our agendas collide, we have an issue like what's going on in Gambia right now. And look, a few people, before this, you don't hear about the deaths. You didn't hear about people's home being invaded. You didn't hear about, you don't hear the stories about the hired help calling, either breaking into the house and stealing what the people don't. Or if the person discovered them stealing and fired them, they would call the police and false report. And the police will come in and do a shakedown on the people who live there. Some people pay and some people just pack up and leave. I made a video telling people, look, you come to Gambia, you're going to get robbed. You come to Africa, period. Some of you are going to get robbed of $100. Some of you are going to get robbed thousands. Change is going to come to Africa. But in the meantime, things are going to get miserably hard. If you haven't been paying attention since the war going on in Ukraine, you better go back and read what happened. The lack of food in Africa is increasing. What's coming in is such bad quality. I mean, horrendous. And Africans in Gambia, food is grown basically during the rainy season. Government paid no attention to putting in good farming practices that you can farm throughout the year. Teaching Gambians how to farm throughout the year. All over, not only Gambians, everybody, everywhere. You have foreign people coming in, and they might finance a farm, put it in operation, and leave. And a year or so, the people who they left, the village who they left to fix the farm, even though they taught them all, fighting breaks out, the stealing begins. Well, the stealing begins, and then the fight breaks out over who's getting what. And it disappears. Farm is gone after 2 years. Something breaks on the farm, and the money is not there to replace the pump or the solar. Or you're coming into this environment, your agenda, their agenda. And sometimes it ends in the death of people who are not paying attention. And they're not making adjustments. And the other thing is, they're telling other people how great life is. And even after this murders, there's still people sticking to their guns and saying how great is here. Safe. Some people get in trouble when they warn people. Other diasporans jump on their case. Other diasporans beat up on them for telling the truth. Because some of them are making money on YouTube or selling information or land. Already, Caucasians all around the planet are pushing, well, they're already pushing the government into recolonizing Africa. The other day I saw a video, well now I'm seeing tons of them, about what Eric Prince says a long time ago. That's, the Europeans said that. Joseph Peril said it the other day. Everybody's saying it. You know, the Prime Minister of Israel, if you go to South Africa, the Israelis are training South African, the Boers, to create their own land. They, in the Cape, they have created a land where black people would now not welcome. You think this thing, this is just beginning. Anyway, observe what's going on around you. Information is beneficial. I can't preach that enough. I can't tell you that enough. People call it preaching, that's why I use that word preach. But me, I don't want to be a preacher. I want to know. Anyway. Be safe. Peace.